Hey everybody, it's Jamie from No Getting Off This Train, and today I'm coming at you with a different kind of video because last week we hit 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I don't know exactly how it happened, but it did, and let me just tell you, I am so thankful for all of you. Everyone who has subscribed, who has liked my videos, who's left comments, given me ideas. Thank you so much for supporting me. I started this channel back in October of 2019 because I figured that my blog could use more video. Now, did you guys know I had a blog? I do. So check in the description for the link to it. I've been doing that since 2015. But you know, video is the way to go nowadays. So I figured I need to start a channel because you can only do so much with meal prep and freezer meals through just pictures and words, but putting it on video is a whole other story and a whole different ball game. People love watching it and I do too. So I figured, okay, let's try it. So started in October. I actually really started because of Kimmy from She's in Her Apron. I'm going to link her channel down below too, but she started using used my 4 weeks to fill your freezer series as inspiration to do her own here on YouTube. And I was like, wow, that's really awesome. I think I should do something similar. So I did, and I have not looked back. So I started in October with, I think, about 100 subscribers because once Kimmy tagged me here on YouTube, I had a channel but never used it, and 100 people started following me there. So I figured, okay, let's try this. So from October, I started at 100, and then in May 2020, I hit my 1,000. So it was 7 months from October to May to reach 1,000 subscribers. And then here from May to September, that was only 4 months. So that is insane. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. Back in May when I hit 1,000, I did a video on just 10 random facts about me. I'll link that below for you guys to check out. But today I'm doing something slightly different and giving you my top 2 nerdy hobbies. And I mean, I could go on and on about some of my favorite hobbies, but when I recorded those 2 particular videos, gosh, it took so long to record it that I figured you guys didn't want to be here for an hour watching me do my nerdy stuff. So my 2 hobbies that I'm going to be highlighting today are my video games, which if you know me, you know that video games are pretty much my life. It's what I do in my spare time. My second hobby is cross-stitching, and not many of you know that I do that. So I figured it'd be fun to kind of show you around the office in my house, to show you the different video games that I have, and also just the different cross stitches I've done in the past. So without further ado, here we go. I gotta be honest with you guys for a minute. I had to stop and dust this entire area before filming because that was pretty bad. I don't get back in here often. I just don't have the time to play a lot of these games anymore. Some of them are CDs, but I'll go through these games here in a second. But these are where I keep most of my cartridges, or the CDs even, the ones that I don't play very much. We have a PlayStation 2, a PS3, we have a PS4, I've got a 360, which I'm actually thinking about getting rid of here soon, and I've got the Nintendo Switch and a DS and a 3DS really, so most of my games here are RPGs. That is what I grew up with, was playing those role-playing games. So I've got the classics like Kingdom Hearts, and there's Kingdom Hearts 2, the Rechain of Memories. Honestly, I've only played most of the first one and part of the second one. I've got Persona 4 here for the PS2, which was a GameStop special. Silent Hill 2, I think, is actually my sister's, which I like horror games, but I don't like playing them. And there's a lot of Final Fantasy in here. So the Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII, holy cow, I haven't thought about that game in forever. Oh, Dragon Quest 8. I haven't thought of that game in a long time. We're actually going through Dragon Quest 11 right now on the PS4 with Allison, and she's totally loving that. Here, I'll get this to Allie to look at real quick. But I've also got Final Fantasy 12. This one is, oh gosh, one of my favorites. I have not made it through all of it yet, but all the Final Fantasies really. 7 is pretty much my favorite. But I'm also a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid. I actually have the Metal Gear Solid PlayStation 3. I never really played through number 4, to be honest with you. But my favorite, honestly, was probably 3. I think the third one was just the best. Let me tell you how much time I put into this game right here, Persona 3. Actually, I played the PSP version more than this one, but this video game right here, it's an RPG, but it's also, oh gosh, like a love story, and you get to basically save the world, which, I mean, every video game is like that, right? And this series right here, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I always called it Suikoden, but it might be Suikoden. I played 1, 2, and 3, and maybe a little bit of 4 and 5, but numbers 1 and 2 were for the PlayStation. Best games ever. This one was really good as well. And then who here loves Katamari Damacy? I mean, this game is amazing. You play like a little alien who rolls up basically everything on the earth, and you eventually end up rolling up the earth as well. Very catchy music, such a good game. We love it. And then down here are pretty much the only PSP games that I own. I never played it much, but the games that I did play, I mean, I played them a ton. There's the Persona 3 Portable that I put, gosh, over 100 hours into. And then, Valkyrie Profile. I had this one for the PlayStation. Such a good game, and when I found out they redid it for the PSP, I had to get it. Then there was Final Fantasy Tactics. This game for the PlayStation, just like the others, I put so many hours into this one. Then I only have a few regular PlayStation classics because I sold most of them because the PlayStation Store had these on sale for a whole lot less than what I actually sold them for. So a lot of these I sold for like $30, $40 and bought the digital copy for $10. Lunar was not part of the digital game, so I kept this one. Lunar, the Silver Star Story. Yeah, it's such a good game. And then Star Ocean 2. This one, I know they redid this one for the PSP as well, but totally one of my favorite games ever. It's another RPG. Oh gosh, that took like 70 hours to beat. Then here is one of my favorites of all time, Final Fantasy IX. Guys, give me some love. I love this one so much that John actually bought me a hoodie with Vivi on it for Christmas. Such a good game. And then I have a Nintendo DS and 3DS games. I was a huge fan of Pokemon for a while. Allison is loving it as well. So here's the Soul Silver version. Zelda Ocarina of Time. One of the best Zelda games ever besides Breath of the Wild, which we just beat recently. Totally love this game. It was for the Nintendo 64 and was remade for the 3DS. Okay, Dragon Quest IV. I don't remember ever getting this game. So that tells you how long it's been since I played any sort of good video games. Now, Harvest Moon is a game that I put hours and hours into. I've got so many of these. This one's Grand Bazaar for the DS, but Back to Nature, both the boy and the girl version, like especially for the Game Boy Advance, those were some of my favorites. Chrono Trigger, anybody? This game right here was my absolute favorite on the Super Nintendo. They redid it for the PlayStation and now for the DS, and now that it's handheld, I can take this with me anywhere. Such a good game. And Animal Crossing, who can forget the awesome Animal Crossing? I've played just about every single version ever since they came out, like on the GameCube? Had that one, had Wild World, we had the City Folk, now New Leaf, and then the New Horizons for the Switch. Holy cow. And Allison loves these games too. And then out in the living room, I've just got a small collection of video games, mostly for the systems that are out here. So I've got my PS4, and then my Wii, the 360 is up there, and then my Nintendo Switch is way up here. But I don't have a whole lot of games for these ones yet. But Breath of the Wild, Allison loved watching me play this. I got it for Christmas last year, and Oh my gosh, it took me, what, 50, 60 hours to beat this thing. Totally love it. My sister is letting me borrow Super Mario Odyssey. Really good game. After we finish playing Dragon Quest XI, we'll get back into this again. Speaking of, there it is, Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age. I can't believe how addicted I am to this game, but I totally am obsessed with it. This one I bought right toward the beginning of the pandemic. It came out end of April, I think, and I saved up all my money so I could buy this game. Finally beat it a few weeks ago, and I need to go back and play it again because you can go back through the chapters and get extra stuff. I love this game. And of course, Super Smash Brothers for the Switch. We are so in love with this game too. Like, being able to play as our favorite characters. Allison likes me to play as Link, but then I got Cloud from Final Fantasy VII and I hadn't been able to stop playing as him. But really, that is it for what I've been playing so far. My second hobby that I would love to show you guys today is cross-stitching. Now, I have been doing cross-stitching since like, oh gosh, 2011, 2012, something like that. And it's just been off and on. I have not done it very much recently, to be honest, because I haven't found the time. But let me just show you the things that I've worked on and how I've got things organized. So first of all, I got these little boxes at Hobby Lobby. These are organizers. So I bought the thread and I put them on these little white things, and I've got them all organized by number in numerical order. So that really, really helps. I have this huge habit of finding a project that I want to work on, and it needs like 20 different colors. So I'll go and buy all 20 of them and put them on here, and that usually takes so long that I kind of give up on the cross-stitch project. But now at least I've got a really good supply of them. So let me show you some of the things that I have done in the past. I've done a whole lot more, but for some reason I don't have them anymore. And this goes right along with my video game obsession, because everything you're going to see here is all video games. So this little guy here was the Black Mage from Final Fantasy I. So you can see, yes, this is actual cross stitch. These guys are fun. They only take a couple hours to do. This guy right here was Kefka from Final Fantasy VI, and he was a lot of fun as well. These two gals are from Chrono Trigger, so there's Isla and then there's Marla. These take maybe like 1 or 2 hours. They're super simple, super cute. Now I gotta show you my ultimate project. This was like the first huge project I ever did, and I made so many mistakes on it. But this right here was my ultimate project. Look how big this is. This is Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. And I don't remember how long this took me. Like 6-8 months or something like that. Back when I did massage therapy, I used to have long gaps in between clients. So in the off time, I would work on this. So, I mean, look, so many details. There were probably like 7 or 8 pages of the pattern here. And so I would do like, this part one time, and then this part would be another page, then that part. So little bits and squares at a time until finally it was done. And I didn't do a very good job. I mean, look at all the mess back here. And I did not center it very well. See, like it's all up in the corner here. So unfortunately, I mean, I could probably try to frame it, but it would be very, very difficult. So I just kind of keep it folded up in my bag here. This is one that I started on probably last year. And as you can see, I haven't done much with it. But I'm huge into like coffee decoration. So I wanted to make one of these, like to put on the kitchen wall or something. But this is what the patterns look like. You can see like the numbers up here are how many stitches are across and up and down. So you typically start somewhere in the middle and then make your way around. So the parts that I have marked off here are the parts I have done already. I like this one because it is just one color, so that should be pretty simple. I estimate this could take, I don't know, 10 hours or something like that. But with all of my projects, the ones I'm working on, I keep most of this stuff in here for it. This was from a different project, so you can see all the different colors and stuff in here. But I always have like, this is a ring that you can put on your project, and it has like it keeps it nice and tight so you can easily start stitching it. I've got just extra fabric in here, a couple of other patterns. I always have my little scissors and a pen. I've got a highlighter in here for, I forget why I used it, but yeah, that is my cross stitch addiction. Now that I have this out again, I'm really gonna have to find time to do it because I just love it so much. Once again, thank you guys so much for all of your support. I could not do this without you. If none of you were here like commenting and liking my stuff, it'd be like I was talking to a brick wall. So I'm so glad that you're here to give me like all your support, all your ideas. I am eternally grateful and I love you guys so much. So if you like my channel, I would love to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of 2020. So if you like what you see here, if you could share this with your friends, I would be so appreciative. My goal here is to show people how easy it is to prepare healthy foods, whether you're on a budget or not, different ways to prepare the food, to meal prep, to make freezer meals, and to help lose weight and just live an all-around healthier life. So thank you once again. I love you guys and I pray for you all daily. So I just wanted to let you know how grateful I am, and I will continue to make more awesome videos in the future, all sorts of freezer meal videos, all sorts of meal prep, good healthy recipes. So look forward to that in the future. This has been an amazing experience and I'm so glad to be part of it with you guys. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please like and subscribe so you can be notified whenever I post my grocery hauls, my recipes, and my meal planning tips. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you later.